Hi Tankers, I'm Major Hawkins and welcome to my channel. Today a brief overlook of the event DUNE that is going on right now in WOT Blitz, and also the two other tank games that Wargaming have. DUNE is a collab, for those of you who don't know it, between Legendary and Wargaming, and the DUNE franchise, or the DUNE story, actually starts with a famous novel written in the mid-60s by Frank Herbert. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he wrote the story about DUNE, and I think it was 6 novels in all from the mid-60s and forward. And most of them are taking place on Arrakis, the planet where DUNE, the movie, is featuring. And the first movie came out in 2021, and part 2 is coming out now here in late February, start March. And I'll just say that the storyline and the way that the producers have managed to capture the story from the book into the movie is really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm really looking forward to seeing part 2. And that is also one of the reasons why I bought both bundles for this event. First of all, if you are a free-to-play player, you will not be able to get your hands on the Groundtank, which is one of the main prizes at level 29 in the event. As a free-to-play player, if you play everything you can in the roughly 2 weeks that the event goes on, you will get up to somewhere around level 26-7-ish. You will get some free stuff, especially also in these containers, and you will also get a quest that can give you a background and an avatar, and some other stuff, some collectibles that you can change for free XP, and obviously all this other free stuff you'll get. In the crates themselves, I have a few here that I can open. I can show you. I have one. I'll just briefly touch upon the 2 items you can buy here. The Spice Refinery will open up 2 extra quests each day and give you some spice, and the other one will give you some spice and some boosters that will give you spices when you play the game. You can get the tank by buying the first here, and you can get everything if you buy the second offer here, or the more expensive one. And I do have one complaint about this, and that is that Wargaming actually bumped the price up for the small bundle here, and I think the price beforehand was around 6-7 euros, and now it's around 13-14 euro mark, and that happened just after 1 day. So there's a little complaint right there. Somebody might have gotten a little greedy, unfortunately. So how does it work? Well, you just play your regular missions, and you'll get these dust-like thingies, which are spice. And then for each time you reach 1,000 spices, you can gain a level in the event. And then eventually, once you maxed it out, you can get this last crate again and again for every time you reach 1,000. These 2 abilities here you have to unlock levels, they will not appear until you have paid for either the small bundle or the large bundle. So you cannot grind up to level 25, 26 and then buy the remaining levels by gold before you've bought a bundle, actually. That was enough about the event. There's a lot of things you get in the... there are another mission also. You get some backgrounds, you get some avatars. Basically, I can just go down to some of the backgrounds here, which are quite nice if you're into that universe. Can you find it? Here it is. Yeah, see some Freeman fighting in the back there, and a big worm. It tops on the back. And also, I have this background here that you can only get if you go into Steam and log into your WOT Blitz account from Steam. I had major issues making that work because I downloaded the game initially from just my app store. But you can succeed in doing that. So go into Steam, download the game there, and then use the DLC pack, and you'll get this background. You'll get sometimes 3 boosters, 3 days of premium, and a few other free stuff. If you want to do that, you can't figure out how to, just leave me a comment down below and I'll try to walk you through it. crate time. So in this crate here, I'm just going to open this one I have here. There'll always be a little amount of gold, a little amount of spices, some boosters in it. So 200 spices and 100 gold. You can get up to 5,000 gold in one. I haven't received that yet. I have opened, this was my 29th crate, and I have gathered around roughly 5,000 gold in total. This legendary camouflage here will also drop. It has a 1% drop chance. I got it once. It looks like this, and I think it's really cool, and I'm definitely going to put it on my mouse. I don't play my mouse that much, but just having this camouflage on will be worth. I think it's pretty cool. The insignia here is actually the House of Harkonnen, which are probably the evil guys in the DUNE story. And if you manage to get this, you can either use it or you can exchange it for 1,375 gold. I have heard that you will get a personal offer that you can buy it for 6,500 gold. It's worth it. It's up to you. It's, according to Wargaming, a one-time thing, so you'll not be able to get it later on, and they will not release the Groundtank either in a later update due to some restrictions and copyright and stuff between Legendary and Wargaming. And the 200 spices actually got that I can get a new container, so I'll just get that. And we can open that also and see if I get lucky inside that one. And yeah, I spent quite a large amount of money on this, but I'm okay with that because I'm really into sci-fi in that world, so that's okay with me. Got another background. I have a couple of these. You can exchange them for these dusty thing or these splinters. They're not worth gold. The tank itself is a decent tank, I would say. It's not overpowered in any way. If you're up against tier 7, yes, it can be really difficult to deal with for a tier 7. For tier 8 and 9, not so much. You just need to know how to deal with it. Weak points first. The traverse speed is probably one of the very worst traverses in tier 8 heavies. It's really, really bad. And that's why, as equipment goes, I'm driving it with the improved control to get a little bit more traverse. You have really good turret armor when you are frontally to someone. And if you just angle it a little bit, these sides here will be easy to pen, and even easy for some tier 7s to pen you here. Other than that, the turret is quite good actually. You have some weak spots around the gun mantle, but they are small and they're really difficult to hit. The hull here is quite easy to pen, especially if you're face hugging someone that is lower than you. That it'll be easy to pen it, and also the inside of the hull are quite easy to pen. You have these kind of stair armor on the sides, and the vertical lines you can actually penetrate, but because they're so slanted or intermediate, it'll be difficult to pen them, and it seems rather troll. Side scraping, it has pretty good side scraping capabilities, except you have to face your turret outwards instead of inwards when you drive back into cover, because otherwise you will expose that big flat side of your turret here. Speed is 37, which is really good, especially for a tank that weighs 110 tons. So you have the VK101, it weighs 120 tons, goes 20, this one goes 37. So for ramming wise, it should be quite good. Again, traverse is bad, so be sure you're aiming at whatever you're going to ram at. I did play a few battles beforehand, but I have one really good battle here that showcases a little bit about what is good about the Groundtank and also what is not so good. So we are a high tier. We do have up against us Chrysler K, Experimental, CC64, SPIC, and Tiger. And we are pretty strong lineup for our own side. We have the Type 57, which is quite similar to this tank, as it has a 430 alpha gun, great turret, also weak if you turn the turret. It is quite fast, a great hold down tank. So those two tanks actually resembles the playstyle. It's very similar playstyle for those two. You could argue that the Tornwan may be around the same kind of playstyle also, because you have that weak turret if you turn it to the side, but very strong when you're frontally facing someone. 9 degrees of gun depression, 440 alpha, 217 on the AP pen, and I take a shot here to the side, I think it was, and that's actually because, see, I'm turning my turret, and that just makes it really, really easy for that guy there to pen me. And of course that's a mistake from my part. I only played, I think, 10, 12 battles in it so far. I'm still trying to get used to how to angle the turret and how to angle the tank itself. Also, you want to show your track wheels and not so much your lower hull, which are hidden inside of your track wheels, you might say. And that was a big boo-boo on my side. I should have shot HE on that guy, because as I know the HE is a 550 with 63 pen, so it's quite nice from that perspective. We were thinking that Old Man Grumpy here were about to get killed by that guy, but he was taken out by the Chrysler K instead. So we took one tank down here, and I'm just trying to hold this side, and again, the entirety of that team is facing the other way. I was thinking about shooting HE at the back there, but I wouldn't risk it for shooting his turret in the back, because I couldn't remember if there were any spaced armor on the back of that turret. Went for the hull instead, but he was angling too much for me to be able to pen it. So 4 versus 5 now. The Chrysler K is very low health, and I need to take care of that because the SMV apparently is not pushing me, which is just my luck, so I can take care of the Chrysler K here. I do have a TD behind me for support, so it's a 3 versus 3. We know there was another guy behind that Tiger 1 there, and we have the CC not pushing. And I was kind of wondering why the CC didn't push me. There you see how the armor profile actually works fantastic when you're facing someone directly. The reason, or one of the reasons I think why the CC didn't push me, is because he's running the 3 shotgun and not the single shotgun. And I find that out here because I'm thinking that, why is he staying out there? And that's obviously because he has 3 shells that he wants to get off. So I should have angled my my hull a bit more, and then I should have pushed him sooner than I actually do. But anyway, it still shows how weak this tank can be, especially in the hull side. Yeah. So again, the glacial is left. I still have the ISU for support in the back here, and it seems like the glacial just pushed him forward. So give him another shilling to the, and I do the same thing again. As you see, I turn my turret, and it's a habit that is really difficult to get rid of, especially if you're used to playing tanks like the E100 or Mouse, where you want to just angle your turret, where in this case you need to angle your turret towards the enemy and not to the side away from the enemy. So this was 3,500 damage done and 1,700 blocked and a second class. I would say that the first game I played in this tank, I think I had around 3,000 damage, and that was not even at third class. So the bar seems quite high for this tank. I think that covers pretty much the DUNE event, the main prize, the crates, and all the stuff you can get. So please let me know what you think of the event and what you think of the tank if you have it, or if you're a free-to-play player. What do you think of wargaming, releasing things like that? Personally, I think it's okay that you have to spend a little bit of money to get things like this that are kind of exclusive. And as a free-to-play player, you still get a lot of things free because, well, there are free tanks and events where you can actually get tanks for free once in a while. But let me know what you think, and please consider to subscribe to my channel and give me a like if you like what I'm doing. Other than that, take care, happy tanking, and have a really nice day. Bye-bye.